City Chiefs taking on Jarrett Stidham and the Denver Broncos.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Stidham. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On 4th down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right at
officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to take another shot here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted by the Broncos.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Stidham from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 62 yards.
1st and 10.
He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
At the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
1st and goal at the 1. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, so get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 80 yards. The throw over the middle taken in. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Jarrett Stidham sacked. A loss of 6 yards. And it's third.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30.
Sometimes
all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Stidham. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
A gain of 9.
His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Singletary. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now Stidham on 2nd down. Stidham looking to escape, but he'll go down. They got him. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Here's Sam Martin now. 14 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos nothing.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. KC's offense ready to take over. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jarrell Casey. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over first and 10. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Stidham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Now it's Stidham. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Stidham sacked. A loss of 9 yards.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
But it brings up
now Sam Sloman is on. This from 54 yards away.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know, maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Mahomes. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? Mahomes now to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Intended for Tyreek Hill. Incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
On first down, Stidham. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 44 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. Singletary loses it. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. They will run with Singletary. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Broncos 3.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own
The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. Now, the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He completes this to Sutton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The pass there complete to Sutton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Stidham going back to the air. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stidham will throw again. A good throw here finding Pascal. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Stidham sets to throw on first. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
First and 10 at their own 23.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
We'll see how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
He's taken down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's good for a
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Nifty move. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Throwing on second and long. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
A.J. Boye.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On third and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown in the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second down, Stidham to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Jarrett Stidham sacked. A loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Well, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Devin Singletary, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Now Edwards-Helaire. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Broncos. 40.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Mahomes pass. He's tackled.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
10 at the 11-yard line.
Now it's Mahomes again. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now Stidham on 1st down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
Stidham's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Singletary again. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 72 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Stidham again here on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch, just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Got a man. It's Judy complete. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Judy, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Sam Sloman.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. at their own 24.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check 50, check 50.
Now here's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Danny Shelton.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Mahomes complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
94 on the mark, 94 on the mark. Not scared.
They'll throw on 1st down with Stidham. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Down, Denver.
On 1st down, Stidham. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
To Portland.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5. At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Stidham. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Jarrett Stidham sacked. A loss of 9 yards.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Stidham going for it on fourth. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
3-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
on second and 7. Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And down inside the 15 he goes. 19 yards there on the catch and run. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that once he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to take over. The Broncos offense trots back out. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Out of the gun, Stidham. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Stidham from the shotgun. Open man is Antonio Gandy Golden. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a gain of near, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Keeps himself upright. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
4th down, here's Stidham. Stidham hit, and he lost it. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home